Everyone else looks all worried and distressed, and Misaki's just there like,
Fuuka.
Now that I already know about her infection, Fuuka hasn't even bothered to lock her door. I easily step inside her room. I haven't spoken with her since yesterday. She must have gotten pretty embarrassed overthinking everything. And I'm the same way. Just remembering it makes me blush a little. That's why I'm trying not to think about it. I pick up a protesting Fuuka and set her gently in bed. But I'll admit, this is a bit infantilizing. If Fuuka doesn't want me to, I won't force her. I don't really know why she's being honest all of a sudden, but I like it. Fuuka drops her eyes in thought. If anything, I can't forgive myself for not noticing how Fuuka felt all this time and hurting her. And that's why I want to put Fuuka first from now on, to make up for all my mistakes in the past. As a young man who you love, is what I want to say. I can't reciprocate your feelings, but there's no reason to stop her from feeling that way. Fuuka blushes, probably sensing what I was trying to say. I cough, also feeling a little silly. Fuuka nods obediently, and she looks even more adorable than ever. Ever since she's told me how she really felt, I haven't seen her as a sister at all. She's just a young woman now. I start to feed her to shake off my feelings. Now that Cannon is gone, and I know Fuuka is infected, I'm using D4U's power as much as I can for Fuuka. In spite of this, D4U's music couldn't prevent Cannon from getting infected. Maybe the only effect is to postpone infection. God damn. Even if D4U can't kill the infection, if they can at least bring Fuuka some comfort, everything is worth it. Fuuka says, sighing painfully. Maybe D4U reminded Fuuka of Cannon again. She also might have been extra susceptible to the infection because of her compromised immune system. Fuuka looks down sadly. She seems very weak from the virus. For now, all we can do is just wait and see. If I think about the future, I just get depressed. But on the other hand, having more alone time with Fuuka like this is actually a good thing for me. Wow, that was kind of shallow. I'm no better than Makoto. Forever if I can. I'm spoon-feeding her breakfast. I know I'm being overly protective of her, but it's the least I can do to make up for my past actions. It might be the virus, but she's had no appetite for quite a while now. I'm worried.
それよりおに
ああ、俺は
そうなの？
いつ配給が止まるかわからないしな。
あ、
ん？
いや、
ああ、フーカ。
なん
Fuuka says, closing her eyes. I've been watching her almost constantly now. She does sometimes drift off like that. Maybe it's the virus progressing. I want her to rest, but at the same time, I'm scared to death that she won't wake up.
さて。
And
おやおや、ちょっとわかってるってば。でも君
I was lying when I told Fuuka I wasn't
極
hungry.
限状態の緊張。それでも後々のことを考え、それも妹には心配かけまいと黙って。
だから大げ。
That's the only comeback I've got. I only wish there was something else I could do for Fuuka.
近いですね。最近感染者が増えれば被害者が増える。
In other words, this area has gotten much more dangerous. Lately, I haven't seen a soul on the way to get rations.
まだ昼間だというのに、まるでゴーストタウン。
不気味すぎて気がめいる。
また聞こえたで。今度は近いわ。出たな。いつでも OK だよ。怪我はない？
どうにかな。けど。
ようやく配給所まで。
ここまで来ると人も。
それでも毎日並んで待つ。
それじゃあ受け取ってくるか。
それ。
さてと、本当に。
はい、次の方。
2名分。
はい、2名分ね。
I hand over my proof of family size, as usual, and get the rations. Since we see each other every day, we know each other by face now.
最近持っていく分が減ったけど大丈夫？
え、
ああ、いや、以前は友人。
He suddenly cuts off there, looking scared. He probably figured out why I might have to Jesus. He probably figured out why I might have stopped picking my friend's rations.
ああ、いえ、そうじゃないんです。これまでは知り合いの。
そうか。
はい。あ、
I pick up mine and Fuuka's rations and turn around to go home. Our 2 portions feel light after carrying all that food for my friends.
受け取りに来て。
No, of course not. I haven't seen her since. I hope she's okay. No, of course not.
Fuuka.
By the time I found out about Fuuka's infection, it had already advanced quite far. But just maybe her symptoms might ease. I thought there was hope. But
Fuuka?
これはあかん。悔しい。
Fuuka's condition has been worsening the past few days. Not even D4U songs can help her now.
Fuuka? おい、Fuuka!
Fuuka continues to lose consciousness like this sometimes. Whenever it happens, my heart hurts so badly with worry that she won't wake up. Then, unconscious, Fuuka continues to struggle. She looks very strained, like she's fighting whatever it is inside of her. I hate seeing her like this.
ごめんなさい。私
Oh
た
yeah,
ち
this.
力になれなくて。
I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do, she says with a smile.
そんなことないよ。Fuukaも言ってたんだ。
だけど、肝心な時
There's
に
look,
役に立てない
everyone
なん
else looks
て
all worried and distressed, and Misaki's just there like, she's got that fucking little smile on her face. It's fucking disturbing.
みんな、歌いましょう。そうだね。力の限り歌って。
Fuuka.
If I could, I'd switch places with her in a heartbeat. I curse my helplessness. All I can do is hold her hand and pray. When I open my eyes, the morning sun is streaming into the room. Somehow I'd fallen asleep holding Fuuka's hand.
Fuuka?
I frantically check on her.
お兄ちゃん、
Fuuka faintly opens her
よ
eyes,
かった。
寝てたくせに。
but even her laugh is very
お
faint.
兄ちゃんこそ、僕もお兄 ちゃんのこと
俺のことなんていいんだ。
I want to stay with you until the very end, but I can't say those words out loud. I don't want to.
お兄ちゃん
何を言うんだよ。
もう体のあちきを許すと自分の意識もこのまま自分が自分じゃなくなっちゃう、そんな姿を見られて。
そんなことは。
I realize now that even on the day of the sports festival when all this started, Fuuka was already scared she was infected. She's been scared of changing all this time. She didn't want me to see her change, but she didn't want me to leave her side. She kept wrestling with these feelings. I'm so sorry, Fuuka. If only I'd noticed sooner, I could have made things so much easier for you.
お兄ちゃん、
なんだ。
クローゼットは
あ
I opened the closet. Inside, all her clothes are neatly hung
あの
up.
衣装、
あ
It's the costume Fuuka wore to the theme park.
その服をね、もう一
フーカ。
このまま僕が化け物になってしまう。
わかったフーカ。
ありがとう。
I helped Fuuka change into her costume.
やっぱり似合ってる。
This might be the last time I get to see Fuuka looking like this. I burned the image into my
改
eyes.
めて見られると
She shyly looks down.
男の子みたいとか言われた僕が
いやそんなこと
ずっと嫉妬してた。カノンちゃんは美人で僕だって大好きだった。でも僕だって少しはだからこういう服に。
Fuuka clutches her forehead and falls over.
おい
あ
I frantically gather her into my arms. Her body is a lot thinner than I remember. She feels so weak that she might disappear any second. Why does Fuuka have to become a sacrifice to the virus like this? She's still a young student. She's innocent. She doesn't deserve this.
フーカ。
Feeling pitiful and full of love, all sorts of emotions swim inside of me and rise to the surface. Hold her tight.
フーカ。
Unable to hold back my feelings, I hold her
お
tight.
兄ちゃん
She feels like she's fading away, so I hug her with all my might to feel her. Fuuka is here with me now, but she might disappear any minute. I want to see more of her. I want to watch her grow up. I want to see her cosplay as lots of other characters. I want to see her smile, because I've seen her smile my whole life. I wouldn't have cared what the future held for us, but as long as she kept smiling.
お兄
I hugged her too hard. I reluctantly let her go.
ちょっと疲れちゃった。
そうだな。
ありがとね。気持ちよさそうに寝てるね。
She's sleeping so peacefully today that it's hard to believe she was in such pain yesterday. Part of me is relieved to see this, but another part of me is scared that she won't wake up, so I can't take my eyes off of her.
どうか。
聞こえました？新人類のそれも
Yes, we're indoors, and it sounds very clear. It's never sounded this close. This Neoman might even be at our front door. More and more Neomen have been wandering around our neighborhood, but none of them have ever come this close.
あ新人類が玄関先まで。
でも扉を叩くなんて。
Goddamn Jehovah's Witnesses. Even infected, they still fucking gotta knock on my door and shit.
フーカ。
どうしたの？急に
Does this have to do with the fact that there's a bunch of infected people near? Is the virus communicating?
くそ。
どうするつもり？
こんなフーカを見ていられない。ひとま。
そういうことなら。
Infected people might be very close, so I exit the house with caution. But I see no one in my immediate area. Maybe they gave up and went somewhere else.
そこ。
I recognize the shadowed figure very well.
もしかしてユノどうしてここに。
I haven't seen Yuno since the day before I heard she was taken off to Rayton.
もう会えないかもしれないと思ってた。外は危険だよな。
よ。
Yuno wobbles over towards me. They're right. Something is off about her.
ユノ
As she gets closer, I find myself scooting back. Infection marks pop up all over her body. The virus has progressed further in her than in Fuuka. Yuno was always the academy idol. Yuno with fair eyes and hair. Can't believe that this is how she looks now.
私
Yuno's voice is completely monotone. It's unclear whether or not Yuno is actually present. Is the virus frying her brain?
と
俺に
Is that why she broke out of quarantine? But what can I do to help her anyway?
ミス
Yuno reaches out to me with shaking hands. Unable to ignore a friend in need, I reach out to her.
ダメその人はもう以前の
I spring backwards without thinking. When I do this, Yuno's claws cut the sky.
どう
ユノ
That's right, Yuno's infected. She's towards the final stage too. There's no telling when she'll turn into a mutant. I hate doing this. It feels so cruel, but I have to keep my distance from
ま
her.
た前見たい
ユノ
や
She suddenly screams, all traces of humanity are gone. She's a monster.
戦いましょう残念だけどせめてうちらの歌で
そんな
They want me to kill Yuno. Just like all the other Neomen? Yeah, shit. No, you know, this Neoman special, don't kill him, it's cool. No, of course you gotta fucking kill this one, dipshit. I can't, no.
やるしかないのよしっかりしてそうですあな
That's right, I need to take care of Fuuka, so I can't become a martyr here.
すまないユノ
痛い
Why do I have to kill my own friends? I'm so sad and so frustrated that my vision blurs.
もう少しです
D4U pushes me back. They're right, I can't give up. I suddenly feel a heavy attack on my back. Sparks fly.
しっかり何が起きたんや
I hear D4U's voices growing more and more distant. Apparently I lost the dream unit during the fight. I wasn't attacked by Yuno just now. It was from behind. I turn around feeling pain surge through my body. I don't even have to check twice to know she's been possessed by the virus.
そんな
見つけました
But something is wrong with her. It doesn't look like an ordinary infection.
ユノ先輩をいじめる人は
Just by touching me, Natsume sends an electric shock through my body. Yeah, see, they never address this later, what the hell is actually wrong with this Natsume. Because clearly you can tell by the outfit this is the actual physical form Natsume. But, she's got like super infection to where she gets like electrical powers. Bitch got like the force lightning or some shit. And like it's never addressed why hers is different. Or why it's, different than, previous routes. Where she's, appeared as a Neoman, but now she's infected and has fucking force lightning. I don't know. Whatever.
いいえきっと別の
Yeah, I feel a different energy than what I feel from the virus. She has something different than the virus going on with her. Like, what? Why? Why only for this route is this a thing? And why am I not given details? A different energy. What does that mean? It's no use. I don't have the strength to think.
私のために
Jesus. My friends are both approaching me. I guess this is how I'm going to die. But maybe it's for the best. Even if I would help extend Fuuka's life, I just can't bring myself to kill my friends, Posey. If it would only cause my friends more suffering, I'd rather just end it here and let my friends kill me. Just when I brace myself for my fate. Fuuka steps out of the house.
フーカなんで
Her gait is strange, her eyes are vacant. Did the virus take her consciousness far away? Is that why she came outside?
ダメだフーカ、家に戻るんだ。
I don't care what happens to me. I just want Fuuka to survive. With my remaining strength, I stand, trying to push Fuuka back indoors. But I can't push her back inside. Vacant Fuuka doesn't respond. She doesn't even flinch. Just when I realize Fuuka's hand is on my shoulder, my next realization is that I'm flying through the air. I fall to the ground. My consciousness starts to fade. The virus messes with people's psyches. It makes them go berserk. I guess Fuuka isn't Fuuka anymore. Fuuka, not even giving me a second glance, mindlessly walks forward. It's almost like she's being manipulated.
どこへ。
そう、私たちも行かない。
Okay, bye. Natsume and Yuno also start to walk away, like they're under someone's control.
待ってくれ、フーカ。
But my voice doesn't reach her. Fuuka disappears. I'm not sure how much time passes after that moment, but I mindlessly return to my room after that, crying my eyes out. I drag out old photo albums, drowning my misery in memories with Fuuka. Since it's just been her and me for many years, the albums are full of pictures of her. I wish our lives could be like that again. Hey, Akira, next time you barge into my house, could you at least knock first so I know you're there? I look up, hearing a familiar voice. Sup, bitch?
鍵が開いていま
いえ。
何か
I close my album and look at Akira.
ええ、いろいろと。
はい、
カノンを
ウイルスのことで確認したいことがあり、
もういないんです。
何かあったのですか？
感染してしまった。
妹さんから。
ええ、フーカからカノンに感染。
それで
実家に戻るって話でした。
カノンさんが両親と
え
彼女の行き先に
いえ、
手がかりになりそうなことなら。
実は
I tell her everything that just happened to me, about Fuuka and the others suddenly wandering off in a trance.
なるほど。
アキラさんは
ウイルスについてですが、いくつかの符号をカノンさんの病気について調べてみ、そこで思ったのです。
Canon was the virus's mother?
じゃあカノンの抱えていた。
それを調べたくて。
Seems very plausible. I feel like a lot of people who were near Canon got sick very
これ以
quickly.
上の感染の拡大を防ぐためにも、彼女を探すのを。
Akira says she wants to find Canon to get answers, but Canon is already infected and her condition is worsening, so finding her will be
も
tough.
しカノン、
はい。彼女を殺害する覚悟も必要で。
Kill Canon? Can I do that?
迷っているの
Absolutely.
ですね。当然でしょう。
I've done it 6 times already.
ですが、急いだ方
I'm more
がい
than,
い
well,
理由もあります。
5 times. Sorry, Cannon's route doesn't count because she actually lived. You can't kill... Technically, you didn't kill someone if they didn't die, you know what I'm saying?
どういう。
先ほど、風花さんたちが同じように、他の感染推測通り、カノンさんが母体であれば、カノンさんを止めることができれば。
みんなを。
Akira is absolutely right. Running away won't solve anything now. I need to do what I can. And if there's even a slight chance I can save Fuuka, Yuno, and
わ
Natsume,
かりました。
ご協力。ほう。
in our search, Akira and I arrive first at Cannon's house.
何か手がかりがないかカノ
生活の気配はありませんね。
ン。もしかしたらカノン。
そうだとしたら。
I know regretting my inaction won't solve anything now, but I wish I'd looked for her and forced her to come
し
back.
かし、今はその姿が見えません。
そうですね。
はい。私には。
俺たちの行きつけの喫茶店。
学校の帰りにみんなで寄った。なるほど。学校が。
But Akira's eyes look a bit sad as she stares at Adagio's
ア
walls.
キラさんにもそういうちょっと興味あ。私には。私は家族を病気でですから。私
そうなんだ。
だからカノンさんの生い立ち調査のため皆さんの様子を
カノンは 学校に
せめてもう少し
Akira is usually so calm and cool, but looking at her soft eyes now, I can tell she really has thought about Canon a lot with
カノ
fondness.
ンは病気のせいで旅行とかもなかなかここならその可能性もある。
可能性はありますね
I can tell even from the outside that the shop interior has been badly damaged. This place was probably targeted for food first when chaos first erupted. I didn't want to watch my favorite place getting destroyed, so I'm glad I wasn't there to see it happen.
お待たせしました
そうですか。
Part of me is
ど
relieved.
うしました
いえ、俺はまだ
なるほど
そんなことじゃダメですよね。もたもたして
ええ他
正直あまりないんです。
ええ
We search far and wide for Canon. We even make it all the way out to Utanami Land.
遊園地
子供の頃に来ただけです。少し前に風花と来たんですけど、その時に元気に
なるほど
探す必要は。
There's nobody here. It's so quiet that we don't even need to go inside to
こ
tell.
こに来る前に寄った病院とは
We did stop by the hospital to look. Even though Canon wouldn't want to go there, she did spend an awfully long time there. But the hospital was so crowded with sick people and Raytom guards that it's very unlikely infected people would come
こ
near.
れまで感染者が人の多い場所に人気が少なくて
I can think of a place, the likeliest place of
学
all.
校だ。多分
Canon has dreamed of going to the academy for years. Even now, she still longs to go
な
back.
るほど盲点でしたね
After all that walking around town, by the time we reach the academy, the sun is already setting. It's hard to see, but the sports festival decorations are still up in the courtyard and in the academy building. I'm not surprised. The academy has been closed since the sports festival. Feels like time stood still here since that day.
あれを
Kira points inside. I follow her gaze. Someone's standing there. It's Canon. Surrounded by the dimly lit remains of the happy sports festival, Canon looks very sad and lonely. She disappears into the building, almost as if she's inviting us in.
カノン。
待ってください
Kira stops me from running inside.
この先何が起こるか分かりません
She's right, and something was off about Canon just now. It seems that Akira's theory of Canon being the virus's mother was correct, which means Fuuka and the others were summoned here by
今
Canon.
この学校の中に
それじゃどうするん。
レイトムの武装チームを集結させ
Will my academy become a war zone? I don't want it to, but I can't stop it. I just have to make sure Fuuka is spared. Sacrificing Fuuka is one thing I'd like to avoid at all costs. While part of me agrees to Akira's plan, this secret part of me makes a firm, silent vow to myself.
第1班突入準備同じく第2班配置完了
了解しました
On Akira's command, the Raytom units gather and surround the academy building. All I can do is blankly stare, watching over this scene that looks like it came straight out of a horror movie. The Raytom guards, with their armor and weapons, always gave me a sense of surrealism, but seeing them in this environment makes this feel like a war. Before I know it, sports festival decorations are taken out of the building. This makes the area look even more deadly. There's no sign of Canon or the other infected people coming out of the building. Maybe they're waiting for us, or maybe...
レイトムがまとめてしょ
There's a crowd of nosy onlookers forming around the academy.
こちらの準備はできます
はい。
あとは
攻撃を開始する。
I still hesitate to do this. Part of Canon's soul might still be there. I might be able to reason with her. I didn't want to abandon my last shards of hope, and Fuuka and my friends are in there too. I don't want them caught in the
迷
crossfire.
っているのですか
And
お
then,
いお前
fuckstick. I turn around. There's Makoto. I'm homie. That's Makoto. No. I'm homie. That's Makoto. I'm about to tell him I'm happy he's safe, but I pull back when I see his face.
中にカノンがいるんだろう早くやっちまえよ
Yikes. And there's the Makoto we all fucking know.
Eh?
Asshole. Makoto's words were blood curdling. I doubt my ears for a second.
聞いたぜクソ騙されたぜ
Where did he hear that from? The information must have been leaked. Maybe news that Canon is their target leaked and everyone thinks she's the cause of everything bad that happened. No, forget about everybody else. I can't stand to watch Makoto trash talk Cannon. I don't care how scared and trapped he feels. You can't talk about a friend that way. I guess people can change when they're in
おい
crisis.
マジかよ。そのじゃあそいつを殺す。
Now the onlookers start to join in loudly.
殺せ殺せ。
Everyone starts a kill Cannon chant. There's blood in their eyes. It's so horrifying I want to cover my ears. I need to stop Cannon before this situation gets out of hand. This is why I'm out here.
もういいです。
I tell her, finally resigning myself to our fate.
では
Akira tells her units on the wireless, and we penetrate the academy, or I guess we should call it Hive now. Akira and myself are at the helm. The Raytom units are behind us.
静かですね。か
気をつけてください。
ですね。
Even though I know this building well, there's no telling what will happen here
1
now.
回階段周辺クリア。
了解しました。
はい。
The academy is creepy with hardly any light in
こ
it.
こにもいない。
いえ、
Akira points down the hall. Deep at the end, there's a shadowed figure. Her eyes are glowing faintly. Crystal-like markings are weaved all over her skin. It's an infected
警
person.
戒を。
At Akira's command, the Raytom units ready their weapons protectively on either side of her. But I ignore them and step forward.
危険です。
いえ、あれは
Even in the darkness, I know her. Even if she's possessed by the virus, I can sense Cannon's presence. Okay, but you're not in the darkness. You're in a very well-lit hallway, actually. She's not charging at us yet. I might still be able to talk to her. I embrace this tiny shard of hope.
かの
I take slow steps towards Cannon. She takes another step towards me.
久しぶりだな。
Even I think that's a stupid way to greet my infected friend. But this is my last chance to save her. If there's any hope of talking her out of this, now's the time. But I can't speak, because I already know the truth. Those aren't Cannon's eyes anymore. Cannon has been completely taken over by the virus. Nothing I say can reach her. Cannon howls eerily. She's probably feeling threatened because I stopped moving. As if this were their signal, a bunch of Neomen burst out of the classrooms and nooks in the hall. There were this many of them? Before they can attack, the Raytom units are attacked by the Neomen. The area around me is quickly spattered with blood. There's nowhere to run or hide in this narrow hallway. We're just lined up for the slaughter.
まずい。このままでは全滅してし。
Kira gives the order, but her confused soldiers can't pull back so easily. Cannon smiles smugly, as if she enjoys watching all the death and chaos in her wake. Then she disappears down the hall.
かの
どこへ。
かの追いか
I shake off her protests and run with all my might. It has to be me. I have to do it. I furiously run down the hall. I manage to ditch the Neomen behind me, but I can't find Cannon.
どこへ。
待ち。確かに。
I feel like I did hear something. This time I definitely heard it. Someone is calling my name. Whoever could
こ
it
の
be?
教室から聞こえます。
あ
I timidly place my hand on the door.
ここ
I was so desperate to run that I hadn't noticed. This is mine and Cannon's
誰
classroom.
も
I thought I heard someone's voice.
いえ、
What do you mean in the shadows? Look how well lit these areas are. What are you people talking about? Look there, in the shadows. What shadows? There's no shadows, unless you're pointing outside out that window. There ain't no shadows in this goddamn room. Something is swirling around. Dark shadows are rising. It's Yuno. What shadows? Dark shadows are rising. I don't see any shadows. Show me shadows, god damn it.
言うの
She hisses and charges at me. I barely dodge her attack.
分かってると思うけど。やるしか。
そうだな。言うの
I can't afford to question things anymore. I can't die after coming this far. Did we get it? Yuno moans painfully, then begins to fade. Bye. She looks like she's crying, like she's begging for salvation. The sight makes my chest ache. And then, Yuno completely disappears. My friend is gone. Yuno has always been there for me. I'll never see her or talk to her again. Akira's shoulders are moving deeply up and down. She must have chased me
どう
here.
かしたのですか？
たった今
She probably gathered what happened. Akira's eyes fill with sympathy.
いいんです。ユノだって分かった。
It's better than spending your last moments as a Neoman. It's an idealistic theory, but it's all I have that will keep me going now.
もう
はい。
I can mourn their I can mourn their losses later. For now, I just need to stop Cannon. I look outside. A bunch of Neomen are out in the courtyard, attacking the onlookers.
急ぎましょう。
Now's no time to be playing hide and seek with Cannon. She must be commanding her troops from behind a curtain. If I'm right, I know exactly where she is. And I am right. She's up on the roof, crouching in the moonlight. The scene actually looks strangely beautiful. But the Cannon I know is gone. This is the cause of all infection, the instigator of it all. This is a devil.
いよいよだよ。
あ、
I open my dream unit,
ごめん。
but I feel a pain in my wrist and the dream unit falls to the ground. Cannon hasn't moved, so who attacked me?
フーカ。
I turn around and there's my sister. Like Cannon, she is already completely taken over by the virus. Her eyes are vacant. Akira has also fallen at her feet. She was probably attacked right before me. Cannon smiles savagely, giving the order to Fuuka. Fuuka closes in on me, in a trance. It looks like neither of them has any humanity left. Fuuka grabs my collar and lifts me off the ground. She's incredibly strong. I can't push her
こっち
away.
に手を伸ばして。私たちの力を使
I hear the voices from the dream unit. I notice then that luckily the dream unit is still within reach. But
どうした？
I can't reach out. I know the Fuuka I'm looking at is probably not Fuuka. The virus probably completely took her over. But Fuuka is still Fuuka, so I can't help but hesitate. I just can't. I can't give up my final shard of hope.
フーカ。なあ、俺だよ。お前、
I desperately call out to
俺
her.
たち、
黙れ。
たまるもんか。俺の声が届いている。
黙れ。
Fuuka tightens her grip around my neck. So my little sister is going to kill me. My vision is blurred with tears. Not because my throat hurts, but because my heart hurts. I couldn't save Fuuka, the girl I love, and I hate myself for that.
ごめんな。
I somehow managed to croak through her grip.
情けない兄貴でごめんな。お前、
Fuuka's grip loosens. It's almost as if she wants to hear more.
フーカ。
ごめん。僕こそ。
Fuuka's eyes also fill with tears. They're the eyes of a human. They're Fuuka's eyes.
フーカ。
Fuuka releases my neck and wobbles away from me.
どうしたの？
フーカ、どうしたんだ。
きっとまだ自我が残っていた。
Akira yells, having regained consciousness. That's it. Fuuka is still fighting. She's trying to take her body back from the virus. She's struggling through the pain and defying Cannon's
お
orders.
前は。
Cannon gives up on ordering Fuuka and turns to face me. Cannon's claws raise. I squint my eyes shut. But the pain doesn't come. I timidly open my eyes. Fuuka is holding Cannon's arm back.
お兄ちゃん。
フーカ。
ここまで感染が進んでいたのに。お前たち。刺さない。
Now Cannon is attacking all of us, Fuuka included.
フーカ。
Fuuka stands up to Cannon's attack, but her strength quickly gives out. Is she no match for Cannon? the mother of the virus. Cannon leans in close, ready to deliver the final blow to Fuuka.
今しかないわよ。
Yeah,
僕
no
たちの
shit.
力を使って。
He's been like they said earlier in this scene that he was within arm's reach of the dream unit, and he's just sitting here watching all this shit happen like, oh wow, oh interesting. Like, dude, it's right there. Why did you allow it to get this far, goddammit? Grab the fucking thing. I somehow managed to pick up the dream unit from the ground. That's right. If I destroy Cannon now, everything will end. If I kill her. In my brain, I remember how Yuno looked when she died. Exorcise Cannon from the world? Yes, you can. Do it now. Cannon is also practically family. True, she started all this mess, but it's not like she wanted to. Can I really shove all the blame on her and kill her?
死ね。
Yes, you can. Cannon raises her arm, ready to kill Fuuka. Fuuka has no energy to fight back. What should I do? If I hesitate any longer, Fuuka will die. Yes, stop hesitating, bitch ass. Kill. When I see Fuuka in pain, I toss aside my hesitation. To save Fuuka, to save my dear sister, I have to kill Cannon.
今助けてや。
お兄ちゃん。
やったのか。
Did I get her?
いや。
Cannon cries out in pain for a moment, falling over. She cackles daringly, standing up again.
あと少しな。
D4U is fighting with all their might, but is there still no way to stop Cannon?
少しだけ。あと少し。
強い。
はい。僕たちもっと
Strong feelings, power, D4U?
風花さんへの気持ち。二人をずっと見てきたからわかるの。そうです。たまにしか感じられなかったけど、そうよ。もう隠さないで。
I know what they're all trying to say. I know what these hidden feelings for Fuuka are. I don't love her as a little sister. I love her as a girl. If I show her those feelings, I might be able to save her. I muster up my courage and speak.
ふうか。
I was so stupid. I kept lying to myself about how I felt. Fuuka was brave and told me how she felt, but I kept hiding my feelings from myself and from her. I knew all this time that Fuuka wasn't my real sister, but I buried my true feelings with her, so I could be a good brother to her. I figured that if I acknowledged she was my sister, I wouldn't be able to keep the lid on my feelings. She was closer to me than anyone, but I hid my true feelings from her. She's suffering right now. If it will save her life, I have no excuse to hide anymore.
好きだ。愛してる。妹としてじゃない。俺もお前とだから。
お兄ちゃん。
Then it happens. The dream unit sparkles, answering my cries.
伝わってきます。二人の気持ちが。
The light flowing from the dream unit gradually gets stronger.
何が。
これは。さあ、私たち。
D4U's song surrounds the area in a blinding light. And then, all viral mutations leave Cannon's body. She's returning to normal.
カノン。
I run up to her and hug her without thinking,
カノン。
but she lifelessly shakes her head.
私は
She smiles.
迷惑かけ。
お前が謝ることじゃないんだよ。カノン。
そんな顔しないで。
カノン。
最後に。
お礼なんていいんだよ。約束しただろ。
だからみんなとは今までこれからはさよなら。
カノン。
Oh shit, whoops, I'm supposed to be reading those lines, my bad. And then Cannon disappears from my arms, into the air. The feel of her in my arms is gone. I have no choice but to accept this. Cannon is gone from existence. Yeah, that's another thing I never still don't understand why all of a sudden Fuuka's naked. It's like, That didn't happen to anyone else in any of the other routes. Like when the infection was like, cured from their body, they're completely fine now. No one else wound up nude. But apparently Fuuka gets special treatment here, and they're like, oh, she's cured and naked. Like, wait, why that last part? Nah, just roll with it. Still confusing. I don't understand why they chose to do that, but whatever.
Fuuka.
All signs of the virus are gone from Fuuka's body. She's back to normal. Which I can clearly see because her body is completely available for anyone and everyone to see.
お兄ちゃん
ああ、言っちゃったよ。
そ
お前は消えたり。
バカだなお兄ちゃん
Fuuka says, collapsing into my arms, completely naked.
僕はここ
Fuuka tiredly closes her eyes. Her thin chest faintly rises and falls with shallow breaths. It's very easy to see because she's not wearing any clothes. But her body has weight. It's still in my arms, and it's very naked. About a month has passed. When Cannon and all those infected people died during the final fight at the academy, the virus stopped spreading. Panic over the virus continued for a while, but everything is finally calming down. Raytom is apparently dissecting the dream unit. Everyone probably feels a lot safer now because a cure for the once impossible virus has finally been found. The virus is still shrouded in mystery, but Akira is leading a team of people looking into it. Akira left a message explaining it. She titled it, "Take all of this with a grain of salt." She explained that even when a host is taken over by the virus, there's still a way to bring that person's consciousness back. It's intense stimulation by things like light and music if the host's consciousness is strong. If the balance between the host's body and the section the virus took over is destroyed, the host's body can absorb all of the cells the virus damaged. The way she discovered all this was the dream unit, but she still doesn't know how it has so much power, or who built it. And when I told Fuuka how I felt, the unit unlocked a special hidden song, which is what saved Fuuka's life. But it's still devastating that Cannon couldn't be saved. It might have been because the virus had progressed too much, but we're not sure. I want to keep up with their investigation. It's the least I can do to honor Cannon. After a while, our academy unlocks its doors, and life is back to normal. The sports festival is about to have its second chance at happening. Everyone is feverishly getting ready for it, hoping to erase bad memories. But the scars remain, and the losses we suffered were huge. I'm sure no one will ever truly forget. I'm mourning just as hard as the rest of them. Cannon's room is empty and silent. Every time I go in there, I'm reminded that she's never coming back. But I still come here anyway from time to time, searching for traces of Cannon.
お兄ちゃん
ああ、
Fuuka also sometimes comes here by herself to cry. Cannon was like a sister to her, and I know all too well how hurt Fuuka feels. Losing Cannon was like losing a family member. It's pain that will never leave Fuuka or myself.
ほら
We need to move on. We can't cling to the past forever. If I don't live for the future, it'll be unfair to Cannon and everyone else who lost their lives.
はいお兄ちゃん
ありがとな。
Now that Cannon is gone, Fuuka and I are living alone again. We used to be teased for seeming like newlyweds, but now that we know how each other feels, we really do feel like newlyweds. Yeah, if only.
何やってんだ。
お兄ちゃん
真似なんて。
In fact, it's the opposite. Things feel so awkward that I'm not sure how I should act around her now. Fuuka keeps calling me brother, like she used to, so it feels like not much has actually changed between us. I guess it's to be expected. We spent the last 10 plus years acting like a brother and sister. It's hard to suddenly be all romantic. Even so, Fuuka has changed a little. When she's been needy or clingy, I sense a sweetness that wasn't there before.
そうだねえお兄ちゃん
Fuuka pleads, resting her chin on my
ま
shoulder.
たお願い事か。逆。
なんだよ釣れないな
わかったわかった。
ほらこれファッション雑誌
ああ、次は。
おに
そうだ。
I flip through the magazine. I see a variety of costumes.
ま
ま
I don't know what makes a good or bad costume, but I think that Fuuka could pull off anything. So I'd be happy to see her in anything. No, wait. There's actually one costume in particular I'd like to see.
やっぱあれかな。
あ、いいの見つかっ
いや、ここに載ってる。
本当？
それは。
It's a pure white wedding dress. We're still young and not even officially dating. I don't know what the future holds for us, but I'd still like to see her wear it. But I can't tell her that. All I can do is just fantasize and smile to myself.
ちょっとなんだ。
お前が着ている姿を。
想像したら似合う。まさか変な服着。
いや、そんなことないさ。
本当に？
でも、まだちょっと早いと。
お兄ちゃん。
And I can't wait to see you wear it, Fuuka. Yay! We reached the end. Oh, thank God. Come on. I'm pressing the fucking buttons. End it, damn it. Oh, but we're not done yet. Oh, no, no, no. There's still a sequel for us to view. Hooray.
Song of Memories.
Song of Memories. Album.
たくさんの思い出が詰まってるね。
Yeah, shut up. Just keep going.
みんなの立ちイベントオープンまだまだ楽しい思い出が
Fuuka sequel. Jump into it. I sleepily checked the time on my phone.
起きろーこら起きろって
Ugh, she's right, I do. That's why I set my alarm earlier, but
ほらほらほ
Fuuka's punches through the covers actually feel good, like a massage.
らこれでも起きないかく気持ちよさ
I was expecting her to hit me even harder, but for some reason Fuuka is burrowing under the covers with me.
お兄ちゃんだけにいい思いさせるもんか僕はまだまだ時間へ
何しに来たんだよ。そりゃまあ、頭からすっぽり布団にも。
Silly Fuuka. It's hard to tell if she came here to wake me up or to snuggle. Wait a minute. This situation isn't good. Yes, very much not good. We used to sleep together a lot when we were little, but we're both much bigger now. In other words, this bed isn't big enough for the two of us. In what way, you ask? Yes, it means our bodies will touch. When a grown man and a woman's bodies touch, this is bad. If we stay like this much longer, I won't be able to keep my libido in check. Fuuka is reaching out towards me. What's worse, towards my lower half. Wait, is she doing what I think she's doing?
お兄ちゃん何変
お前が変なとこ触る。
そっかお兄ちゃん
あ、やめいい加減にしろ。俺の尻を揉んで何が面白いんだっ
Fuuka is
つう
an
の。
ass girl. I can respect that. It just tickles.
お兄ちゃんいいけどしてまんな
I fucking love that line. You've got such a great ass. Squeeze, squeeze. Oh, that's great.
もう好きにし。
Well, turns out she's just being silly. Either that or Fuuka is being tactful in her own way. After things have finally calmed down, Fuuka speaks to me.
ねえねえお兄ちゃん
ふうか、
そりゃそうだよ
お前一人じゃ寝れないってう。
I feel like she's still a kid now in many ways. I don't care if she's gotten bigger. I was thinking of snoozing a bit longer, but before I know it, there's this big kitty in bed with me. Well, I actually appreciate the warm coziness too. Just don't tell her that. Part of me also got sad when Fuuka got too old to snuggle in bed with me anymore.
なあ、ふうか。なんなら、ふうか。ありゃ、本当に。ほら、布団。
I pull Fuuka back towards me, stare down at her peaceful face, and start to feel content and peaceful. And before I know it, I'm asleep. I open my eyes to find the sun shining harshly down on me. It's morning. I feel like I had a good dream. I dreamed I was sleeping with Fuuka.
お兄ちゃんってば
あれ
I frantically check my phone. As I expected, I'm very late. Fuuka is too, of course.
おい、ふうか起きろ。バカ、何言ってんだ。お前の方から入ってきた。
僕がそんなこと
Fuuka's powerful punch makes my consciousness slowly slip away.
ごめん。
Bitch just fucking knocked my ass out. Just when I'm about to fall asleep for the third time.
ん？
これ
I open my eyes to find Fuuka's face close to mine. Still feel something soft on my cheek.
フーカ、今の。
なんでもないって。
Fuuka nervously hurries out of my room. If I tease her any further, she'll probably punch me out, so I stay quiet. With things awkward as they are now, there's no telling how long it will take us to be more like a couple. There's no need to be impatient. Fuuka and I will always be together, so taking it slow is a good thing. And there we fucking have it. Alright, so this time I made it an hour and a half shorter. The last time it was 3 hours and 40 minutes. This time it was 2 hours and 13 minutes. Oh my god. Now hopefully my fucking recording device actually saves the entire footage. That'd be great. Thanks. But regardless, allow me to say goodbye once more. I know you guys didn't hear the first one, but allow me to say it again. Thank you for watching this playthrough. I loved it so fucking much. Great game. I'm a little bit upset that I had to redo this last whole fucking chunk. But at the end of the day, it was still an amazing game. I'm so glad I found it and gave it a chance. It was great. I loved it. But anyway, thank you again for watching this playthrough. Hope you enjoyed it. See you guys in the next episode of whatever the fuck it is I make. Bye bye.